All right, YouTube, what's up? Mr. Baker Yugioh here, and we got Mr. Baker himself. And what did you do, bruh?
I placed first place in a box tournament, and also right after that, first place in a 25 plus local tournament.
And what did you play?
I played Swordsoul Tenyi. Pure.
Best deck?
Consistent.
Better than random engine pieces?
To start off, I just want to say shout out to Unbound Gaming and also Guild Gaming. In the box tournament, I won a t-shirt, packs, mat, and the box. And then at the locals, won all these pretty much.
So basically everything we see here is what you walked away with?
Yep. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So first off, got your 3 Yugioh. Pretty standard. Pretty strong opening. Love this card. Draw it. I feel pretty safe. Pretty comfortable. Next you got 3 Moyi, 3 Longyong, 2 Tai. Standard Swordsoul package. You know, the only thing like people talk about switching is maybe 3 Tai and like 2 Moyi. That's depending on your play style and like, you know, however you play. But yeah. For the Tenyis, 3 Shuna, 3 Hara, 2 Shooter, 1 Shatana. Pretty solid. A lot of people are saying play 3 of these. I would say it's preference because this is a strong opening going second due to the bounce effect. But personally, I found 3 of these are more valuable grind game just to the add back and like it's a tuner. And Shatana, solid card, man. A lot of people don't really like it, but this adds so many like plays. You'll understand once you play it. And then the one Despot.
Of course.
Gotta play that, man. Let's see, further spells. 3 Emergence, 3 Vessel. Still don't like 3 of these. I cut one every time I side. Depending on like if I'm in the 3rd game and I need just my core just to be solid against the match, but I'm always siding one out. You got your 2 Circle. I like this card. It dodges, you know, hand traps, but also it allows setup plays if you play smart, and it's just a free add next turn once you pop this off and banish. The one Pot, and then I play 2 Blackouts. A lot of people's only playing 1, but everyone is saying Blackout is the best strat card in this format, so why aren't you playing more? Okay, my personal preference is you always want to search this or draw into it in a sense, so why not see more? The pop 2 is a plus, but the banish this to get the free token, a lot of people disregard that. So normally when I go first, I'm always dumping one in the grave. And I'm always going to have a banish and a free token off of a Tai or a Shisha. So that's my thought process. And 2 really hasn't hurt me because I always can decide the other one out.
I say it clearly works. So
that's for the core. Now I'm going to go for the going second cards. Triple drop. A lot of people are starting to cut this because people are saying, what is it, base is the strongest deck and this loses to hero. But one card that shuts down droplets is not good enough, in my opinion, to disregard this card. Because this against every other matchup, literally just, you can break stuff. Like I don't know, it's personal preference, but it's a solid card. And it's helped me so much to break boards. And literally, you can just summon, kill the hero, then do what you gotta do. Next, you got Triple Imperm. Everyone knows what Imperm does. It's a very solid card. I enjoy this over Valor just because it's a trap, which I can dish off this. They can't activate traps, you know, stuff like that. Triple Ash. Ash is Ash. I played double Nib. I was originally going to play 2 Ogres, but I couldn't pick them up. In times, it came up where the Ogres would have been impactful, but I'm going to be honest, every time I had Nib was very impactful because I either had a Imperm or an Ash with it to either stop their Omnigate and then just Imperm and shut them off for a turn. I would say it was one time where I dropped Nib and I couldn't get over his Nib token and I didn't have a follow-up. So that hurt me in that one sense. But overall, Nib is Nib. It's pretty solid. Then I played the one Call by the Grave. You have to play this, man. It's too many hand tries for me.
How many?
I want to say it's 44.
Okay.
And that was last minute decision just to add in 2 Nibirs, and it was a solid decision. That's it for the main. Let's go on to the side deck. Got your 2 month. 2 solid. Sometimes you want to see 3, but with the Shatana, you recycle. So that's why I told you Shatana is very important. This package is broken.
Yeah, it is.
Just adds so many plays. I feel like this might get hit to 1 because people are starting to play more than 1, and if not, get banned. But hopefully, it just gets hit to 1. You know what I'm saying? I played the 1 Herald. I dropped the Shaman for the Herald. Best decision I ever made because I barely made Shaman. Whenever I made Shaman, it was because I had no other options to either like run over something or break a board. But to be honest, when you bring this out, they gotta break your board. So like, I'd rather bring this out. Solid. The 1 Yazi, 2 Shishao, 2 Baxia. This card is broken. Everyone's cutting 1, but personally, you make 1 for your play, your setup plays, and then you make 1 to break a board. So I really like 2. 1 Draco Berserker. This card, it's good, but in a sense, you can potentially maybe squeeze in like a Borlo Savage or something. But the only reason I still kept this is because like I'm playing the pure Swordsoul, so like locking yourself into worms kind of gets situational. The 1 Chao Fang, the 1 Sinister, the new card. First off, I just want to say this card is amazing against the Brave Engine. Against like random grind decks, just to banish and burn 12. This won me 3 games. Just going in game 3, I would normally just go into this. I'll make a Moye, get out the token, make sure that's clarified, that's good. Then I'll go into a long Yum play. Don't synchro first. Go into him, synchro with the Moye, so I can draw 2 and a search and to sit. That's 4 summons. Right off that, I won games because I got 2 negates off him, a blackout, and a Grandmaster. That's 4 negates and plus a hand trap if I have one. But yeah, it's a solid card. The 1 Supreme and the 1 DeFleur. Pretty solid. Standard. On to the side up. You got your Triple Lancia. It's one of the best hand traps in the format right now. It hits every deck and it's really good. Now you got your Gamma package. Another really solid hand trap. This is Gamma, man. Like, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. When I side this in for the tournaments, I drew this, and it's like it was kind of dead because I drew it when I already had established boards, and they couldn't break my boards. But if they did break my boards, it would have been live. So Gamma is Gamma, just yeah. Now I got 3 Cyclones. Originally these were Twin Twisters, but prior to that, I went in my head and conflicted because I was like, Twin Twisters is really good. I can hit multiples against pranks, against like Eldritch. That's very necessary. But then I was like, that discard 1 can be very harsh. And then I was like, what if they just have 1? Then I'm stuck and it's literally just a dead card. And I was like, the banish is very key just to get rid of problematic reoccurring cards. So this actually, I played Eldritch and it actually put in work. I was banishing their cards and they couldn't build up resources against me. So this is very solid, very solid. Now I got 2 Crossout. Y'all know what Crossout does. It's a good card, man. Especially all the ogres, all the nibs going around. Literally, like, yeah, I just crossed out problem cards. They played a card, crossed out. You know, it's a good card. Next you got 2 Regekis. Don't look at the goat. Pretty much, I had Regeki because I was like, all right, well, going first, if someone Flynneries is scary. I ain't gonna lie. You know, Dimension Shifter shits in my deck, and like when they establish the board, what can I do? You know, I was like, Regeki, break your board, then I can be able to, you know, do a little something. But I was thinking about the base as well. You know, they make 2 negates, and like, how can I, right off the bat, try to attempt a negate? So like Regeki, then I, you know, like, or Imperm, Regeki, and then drop. Like, and I don't know, that was my mindset. But if anything, if I had a evenly matched potentially, I would probably swap these out just because it hits like prank kids more. It's more solid in a sense. Then, you know, you got the rolling Red Reboot because, yeah, Red Reboot's good. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck, man.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the profile, and, you know, shout out to the locals, and appreciate y'all.